you can count on. For the Inland Northwest, this is KREM 2 News.
And Charles and Mike.
First at 5.
Roll 5. Mike, you.
She's already been arrested. Now
my 3-on-2 shot.
Don't know why Sharon Curry may have killed her daughter, Jessica, in Medical Lake.
Ready, 3.
But the search for a motive
Zoom 3.
is elusive.
Solve.
Our community is still trying to understand this tragedy.
Lucifer, Ray Split.
Jessica Tallow joins us live now from the Spokane County Jail with the latest on this case.
Tearful.
Charles, as we've been talking to people about this tragic case, no one seems to know why this happened. And so far, Spokane County Sheriff's investigators won't tell us if they know what motivated Sharon Curry to allegedly kill her daughter.
Takes that up.
The crime tape left behind is the glaring reminder of what happened.
Change the Medical Lake.
Spokane County Sheriff's investigators say 41-year-old Sharon Curry stabbed her daughter to death Sunday night, then tried to kill herself. 8-year-old Jessica Curry died at the scene in the driveway of their Medical Lake duplex. Sheriff's investigators still won't tell us why Curry attempted the murder-suicide, but search warrants made public today reveal what detectives seized from the crime scene. They took a variety of kitchen knives, including the blade investigators think was used for the murder, along with blood-stained clothing, cigarette butts found near the crime scene, as well as Sharon Curry's purse. Perhaps the items will help detectives understand why Curry allegedly killed her daughter.
10 left in package.
Though no explanation
I can't see
will help Curry's family understand.
On TSL2.
How's a mother do this to her child?
Lucifer. It's my Heather. Lucifer.
I can't explain it. I can't see it.
Take my cue.
Spokane County Sheriff's officials say Curry is still recovering from her self-inflicted stab wound at a local hospital. Once her condition improves, she will be transported here to the Spokane County Jail. Reporting live at the jail, and Heather Catallo, KREM 2 News.
Take 3, my cue. This is the ad. Toss to Brian.
Lives up in Tonasket, Washington, in the north central part of the state.
KREM 2's Brian Callanan is live now in Tonasket with the brother's response to this family's tragedy. Brian?
Well, Nadine, Dan Curry is obviously very upset about this whole situation, but he's most upset about the fact that he tried to prevent this from happening and wasn't able to do it. He called up Jessica Curry's school and told them he was very upset about Sharon Curry and the way she was treating her daughter. He said she had a long history of drug use, Sharon Curry did, and also kept several guns in the home. Right now, he's very upset that most of the calls he made were not able to prevent this tragedy from happening.
Roll 5. Takes that up.
And I told him I think that child should be taken away from her right now because she's not in a good environment. And
Lucifer.
in the meantime, nothing would come of it. Nobody would call me back like they said they would. And I just say,
my Brian Super.
It's done with, you know.
Take my cue.
Now, Mr. Curry there, Sharon's only brother, very upset about this entire situation. We will tell you more about the family background of the Currys and what may have led Mrs. Curry to commit this crime coming up on KREM 2 News at 6. Reporting live in Tonasket, Washington, Brian Callanan, KREM 2 News.
Take 1.
Well, family members have now set up a funeral for Jessica. It will be held at 10 in the morning on Monday at the Assembly of God Church in Medical Lake.
3-on-3 shots next. Tilt up a little bit. 3.
The family hopes to ultimately bury Jessica in Seattle, next to her grandfather, after another service there.
Take 3.
And as you might expect,
Jeff is on 1 next.
2 different funeral services can indeed be expensive.
KREM 2's Jeff Humphrey tells us that several groups are now stepping forward to offer help.
It's my 1 Super.
Jessica Curry's death certainly shocked the Medical Lake community, but it has also brought out the very best in some of the people who live there. A West Plains auctioneer has stepped forward to donate this casket to the Curry family. Raymond Pendell bought the pink and white coffin last year when his daughter was seriously ill. Fortunately, that 6-year-old recovered from her medical problems, and now Pendell hopes his donated casket will ease the Curry family's suffering.
5. Takes it up.
Because of the expense
coming out to 3-shot
taking
next.
Jessica back
to my 1-on-3
Seattle,
shot. 3, give me a close-up of that
we've
comic
exceeded
book.
that budget
15 left.
in the form of we needed a casket. I have donated the casket to the family, but a national chain, Batesville, out of Batesville, Indiana, has donated a youth casket for Jessica to take her home to Seattle for burial.
Take 1.
Now, Mr. Pendell also got a hold of the folks at the Ripplinger Funeral Home, where you can pick up this free booklet about helping your child deal with death.
1-on-3 shot.
Ripplinger also donated dozens of copies to Jessica's elementary school. The books are designed to evoke a child's feelings about death or a killing, and parents may find it a helpful way to broach the subject of Jessica's murder. Now, this book is called How I Feel, and it's available at most funeral homes in our area. I guess the collective thought, having talked to a couple of experts today, is don't let this pass by. Kids are hearing about the mom who allegedly killed her daughter, and they have some questions they want to ask of you, so talk to them. that a fairly new publication? It looks like it's been around for quite some time. It's good for kids aged 3 to 8. And it's just a vehicle to get them to talk to you about what are they thinking.
3.
All right. Thanks, Jeff.
Take 3.
Well, however tragic, this is not the first time that we've seen a parent accused
Splitting
of
the
killing
TSL1,
their own
Randy.
child.
It's happened twice before here in the Inland Northwest since 1997.
Take split. Open Randy's mic.
This is
Randy
live
full.
in the Spokane Valley, examining cases of parents who murder their children.
Take 'em full.
Randy?
Nadine, still fresh in our minds is the case of Robert Wood, the man police say burned down his house and killed his young son Chris for insurance money. We're learning today that greed certainly is not the only factor driving such heinous crimes. We're talking to a family therapist trying to find out when an overwrought parent becomes a violent parent. Some thoughtful insights for you on KREM 2 News at 6. Reporting live in the Spokane Valley. Randy Neves, KREM 2 News.
Take 3, Mike Q.
And we will indeed continue
AP.
our team coverage of this story tonight on KREM 2 News at 6. We'll take you live back up to Tonasket, Washington, where Sharon Curry's brother lives. You'll hear his thoughts on the family's tragedy.
At CG.
We'll also learn how Washington State lawmakers have given victims like Jessica Curry a chance to have a funeral.
Take 1, Mike Q.
Also tonight, some tense moments at the Court of Appeals in downtown Spokane today.
Takes it up.
There was a sound that was kind of like a little muffled explosion kind of sound, like a little beep sound.
Here.
And soon after that, the law clerk in the office next to mine came out and said there was smoke coming into her room. And that's when they called the fire department and they said, get everybody out of the building.
The building was evacuated and firefighters checked it out. Now, no one was hurt. There was no bomb or an explosion, but investigators don't know exactly what folks heard or smelled. It's possible it was wires in the electrical system or the circuit breaker, though, that caused the problem. An explosion in Moses Lake blew off a man's hands today. Sheriff's deputies say 31-year-old Don McLean was building small plastic explosives in his garage when one of them exploded at around noon. No one else was hurt. Deputies evacuated 2 nearby homes, and now they're looking into why McLean was making those explosives.
Flesh-eating bacteria has killed a woman from Walla Walla. Doctors who treated her in Seattle say her use of heroin brought on the infection. Doctors say most of the people who die from the bacteria get it from using drugs.
Take 3 packs.
A field burning has now turned into a raging wildfire near the town of Warm Springs, Oregon. That's just north of Bend. The fire has burned 1,000 acres down there. People 90 miles away in Portland can see the towering column of smoke. No homes are threatened, and 40 firefighters are on the scene.
Well, tomorrow marks an anniversary that most Kaiser steelworkers never thought would come. 1 year off the job. KREM 2 Scott Charleston spent today talking with a number of those workers. He joins us live in the newsroom with their story. Scott?
Well, Nadine, this strike and lockout has tested the patience of thousands here in the Spokane area, but no one more so, of course, than those union workers who are still manning the picket lines, while replacement workers man the assembly lines inside the plants and also collect the paychecks. Now, some of the union workers have drained thousands of dollars in savings, tapped into their 401k just to keep afloat, while others have moved out of their homes to cut expenses. And a surprising number, we are told, of Kaiser workers have actually gone through divorce in the last year. But many are now moving on, going back to the classroom, getting retrained for another career. We asked them what it's like going in a new direction after 20 years at Kaiser. Now, tomorrow, we will have special coverage on this one-year anniversary, including the personal pain caused by the labor dispute. We'll also hear from workers who are getting retraining and from some of the thousands of Kaiser retirees who fear a possible reduction in their benefits. That's tomorrow at 5 and 6 o'clock. Live in the newsroom, Scott Charleston, KREM 2 News.
All right, thank you, Scott. And KREM 2 News wants to know how the Kaiser strike and lockout has affected you. We welcome your comments on our website at KREM.com. But we ask only for those comments that show how the labor dispute has directly affected you. We hope to use some of your responses on KREM 2 News tomorrow night.
As we continue, we have a warning for parents. Children who are frightened often climb into their parents' bed at night.
But when the kids fall asleep, they may not wake up alive. We'll tell you why up next. Spokane doctors are now at the center of a major medical breakthrough. See how the new mechanical heart works up next.
Pit black.